can't turn your phone while live. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good view of the ditch. That's great. Matt, can you sound check that again real quick? Ah! I found my guitar pick, everyone.
Hey! See, we needed the phone to go down.
So I could get up, so I could get my guitar pick.
See, it worked out rather well. There we go. We're back.
We're back, that's all good. Alright, well, I don't know how much you lot on the live stream saw that last poem, but that's okay. It was pretty good, if I do say so myself. But anyway, this next song, this is a cover. This is originally by a man called Bruce Springsteen. It's called Dancing in the Dark. I learned it. My mum really likes Bruce Springsteen, and I hope to pull this one off well. I'm a bit under practice with all of my covers except the one that's just 2 chords. This one's like 3, 4 chords. Oh my god.
It's like double the amount of chords.
Yeah, isn't that right? Alright, well, let's see how I go. Now we're in tune. I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired, and I'm just tired and bored with myself. Hey there baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Message keeps getting clearer, radio's on and I'm moving round the place. Check my look in the mirror, wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face. Man, I ain't getting nowhere, I'm just living in a dump like this. Something happening somewhere, baby, I just know that there is. Can't start a fire, sitting round crying over a broken heart. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Sit around getting older, there's a joke here somewhere and it's on me. I'll take this world off my shoulders, yeah baby, the laugh's on me. Stay in the streets of this town, they'll be carving you up alright. They say you gotta stay hungry. Hey baby, I'm just about starving tonight, I'm dying for some action. Sick of sitting around here trying to write this book, I need a love reaction. Come on baby, give me just one look. You can't start a fire, worrying about your little world falling apart. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Woo! Fuck yeah, well, that was the one I was least confident in, so it's fucking all up from here, eh? How you doing? I saw Tobias on before. Hi Tobias. Fucking love that guy. I went to his wedding in this same cowboy hat, and the entire time they kept saying I look like fucking Dutch from Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh hell yeah, this next one is even more intense. Fantastic. Anyway, as I mentioned at the start of this live stream, we're on Yugadabal, Yajara, is that correct? And Torval land, and I was inspired to write this poem couple months back when the Black Lives Matter protesting was really ramping up, and yeah, it's a goddamn shame. My mum herself noted when she moved in from New Zealand how the Indigenous people are treated in this country compared to how the Māori are treated. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. There's no way around it. So I wrote this poem. This is called Stolen. I gazed around my nation, with her deserts far and wide, her fearsome mountain ranges and her thrashing ocean tide. Sweltering hostility frames beauty most divine. Thus stands a stark reminder that this land was never mine. I came across her stolen in the pocket of a thief, who with his wiles had scoured and mined and left but only grief. The people he had wronged lay scattered and displaced. He strode across their corpses and traditions he'd disgraced. Those people, brave, the soil had raised. They thought it like a mother, stalwart in their stewardship for land and one another. Steeped within traditions spanning generations long, for many 100,000 years Australia's held their song. But for such things, greed had no gaze, and plunder had no place. Thus came the thief and set about a culture to erase, brandishing the Union Jack and guns to the rebellious. He pierced the ground with his own flag and called it Terra Nullius. He set upon rapacious quest, subduing all that stood, claiming all his claws could snatch, for sole his country's good. Those who dared across his path or hinder his crusade, from Cape Grim to Mile Creek, he'd see them swiftly slain. Their children he would snatch away and give them to his God, then dull their grieving hearts with drink to prove their families flawed. He'd raise his sons to scorn them and to mock them with their plight, then dubbed himself a saviour as he shrouded them in white. But his sheets have failed to stand, for none can dull this coloured land. Its people still stand vivid, brave and strong. They'll whittle at the walls of injustice till they fall, each day more joined to march on what is wrong. So pray tell, where will you be when the drums of change shall beat? Will you stand in solidarity or scorn them from your seat? After all, your pillaged throne is built on black man's blood and bone. Stand up and break your silence, friend. You will not shout alone. They will not shout alone. Thank you. Anyway, this next poem, it's a little bit lighter. I said this same one at the show I just played. This one's called The Bush. It's about running from the police when a drug dealer gives you away. I set out on a Sunday as the summer sun sat down, donned my cap and rucksack as I set off toward the town. A bloke I sought to meet with, a chap what dealt in kush. Little did I know I'd soon be hiding in a bush. The high street was a bustling, with sounds and songs of sails. Yet in the far-off distance, I heard a siren's wails. I thought quite little of it, dispelled it from my mind. That way I won't be walking, plus I am not the troubled kind. Skipping through the suburbs, brushing bush and picket fence, I heard the sirens louder and I felt a little tense. I strapped my bag in tighter and I started up a sprint. I'd heard the word about the clink, I didn't need a stint. I darted up the dealer's steps and quickly tapped the door. His head popped out the garden gate. What's all the hubbub for? I came to get some stuff at first, but cops are on the way. The wailing tells me they ain't far, so we don't have all day. I handed him a 50 as my panic settled in. Then suddenly he smiled and plucked some big bags from his bin. No need for any payment, mate. In fact, just take the lot. Then loaded up my arms as round the corner tore the cops. Without a hesitation, I hoofed him down the street, scared out of me britches, gripping thousandfold of green. Behind me I could hear a door being kicked right off its hinge, and the coppers yelling after me, "Send the dogs for him!" I bolted near a half a K. I swore my feet would crack. Panting, running out of breath, with lawmen on my back, I couldn't take it, not one step. I dropped down on me tush, then snapped to sense behind a fence and scrambled to the bush. I sat in fearful silence, for eternity it seemed. The street teemed with policemen as I trembled in the leaves. A German shepherd came nearby to have himself a sniff, then turned away as quick he came, seeming rather miffed. The law dispersed. I sighed, relieved, my muscles I unclenched. Then all at once it struck my schnoz, this foul, ungodly stench. I wondered how I went unfound, and my new stash unsmelled. No scent of skunk could mask the fact that I had shit myself. But now I'm home and safely tucked away inside my den. I don't think I'll be buying from that dealer chap again. For once, he's actually called me. But I think I'll keep it shush. Turn off my phone and wait a while to tell him about the bush. Oh, hell yeah. This cover's fucking easy. It's the one I mentioned before. If the live stream got it. It's only 2 chords, and it's a bit on the folksier side of things, which that is where my heart lays after all. Hey, Woolies truck.
The second one that's gone well.
Yeah. You cancelled, Woolies. Where's my pick? Alright. Nah, I don't need it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Anyway, this is a fun little folksy ditty. It's about a Scotsman who goes to London wearing his kilt. And it's called Donald Where's Your Trousers? Oh, I've just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awful shy. There's a green ant crawling up my thigh. Just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awful shy. The lassies say as I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Well, I went to a fancy ball and it was slippery in the hall, and I was feared that I might fall, cause I had nae on me trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? All the lassies love me, everyone, but let them catch me if they can. You cannot put the breeches on a Highland man who don't like wearing trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Well, I went down to London town to have a bit of fun in the underground. The lassies turned their heads around, said, Donald, where are your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Woo! Hey! See how easy that was? So easy. Give the guitar to Matt, he can play it, I reckon.
Teach me the chords, I'll give it a crack.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's... Whoa. There's a mushroom here. I just put my guitar on it and it accreted spores. So everyone just clear your nostrils. That's alright. We went that way. We'll go into the cars. Ah, what do we have? Oh, hell yes. Excellent. This next song is about the storm, the thunder and the lightning. Whew. It's getting sweaty in this ditch. Shouldn't have worn a flannel. Anyway. Drumming, stumbling through the clouds, the thunderer stomps loud and proud, drags in tow a shroud of grey to tuck the light of day away. A bellowing crescendo tolls, shocking, rattling through our souls, trembling as the sky descends in fear of what the thunderer sends. Marauds in stride across the skies, a whip of lightning by his side, trembling as the sky descends, with which he wields without restraint to see the heavens dashed in twain. Cacophonies beaten from the clouds carry away the rain in crowds. Cast below by stormy hands, it seeks in vain to cleanse the lands. But the rain, how hard they try to soothe the earth they can't deny. They land amongst the same torments they've fled from in the firmament. And come as go as oft he might, the thunderer never sees the bright. The skies he stalks are dark and cold, a stark contrast to blue and gold. For when the thunderer's, such spectacle is heaven bound, for when the thunderer's not around. Therefore causing clouds to quake, he lets the light play in his wake. Thank you. This next poem is called The Cunning. He spoke to me in tongues of ivory, tones of deepest night, a clandestine persuasion from his lips, from whence his words were kept and held and locked away so tight, he dragged them for addition to his script. His sentences he seasoned, sugary tales to transfix, quips and fine semantics, well prepared and deftly aired to trick me to his antics. He'd offer me wealth for which I'd have to pledge my soul. He'd coax me with his endless hoard of silver, stone and gold. So self-assured, a pitch so slick, so certain I was sold. How soon surprise sat on his face when no to him was told. How in a blink demeanor changed, bombastically he raged and raged. I wasn't needed anyway. I clearly wasn't on his page. A stupid fool, a cad, a coward, to act so haughty and empowered, so selfish to decline from him the gracious gifts he'd showered. Bellowing sour rebukes astounded, howling, harrowing claims unfounded, powerless though how he pounded, his plan it died, in shadows confounded. It's about the man. Anyway, this next poem isn't serious. This next poem isn't serious at all. It's fucking goofy as hell. Alright. This next poem is about, you know what? I'll let it speak for itself. The title of this poem is called Lizards. Now I'm a fella fond of fun. I'll laugh along a silly pun. I'll play a shtick or sing a song, espousing joy into a throng. It takes a lot to tick me off. There ain't a joke that I can't scoff aside or clop it on the chin. But a man has his limits, and my limit's wearing thin. I beg you to believe me. I'm normally not a wowser, but there's a wizard sneaking lizards into all my bloody trousers. My dungarees filled to the flaps, my booty shorts and leather chaps. I went to wear my favourite slacks, a shingleback crawled up my crack. I'm effing miffed, I've stuff to do. There's skinks inside my chinos too. Chameleons crawling around my glutes and gangs of geckos on my gooch. Blue-tongued bastards, bearded dragons, frill necks fighting by the flagon. How'd he get them all in there and localised inside my flares? But here's one thing I surely know. Wizard, your lizards have got to go. Out of my home, away from my drawers, or else I'll sneak some snakes into yours. Yeah, this is a poem, and then I've got a cool song. So this poem here was one of the first ones I wrote. I wrote this after I got home last Christmas, before we all buggered off. I'd gone to Dan Murphy's. It was fucking hot. It was so hot. It was a really hot Christmas. This one might be just as hot. So I wrote this poem, and it references, at the end it references one of my friends, Glenn, which I haven't had a chance to read him this poem yet, but if he's on the live stream he can hear it right now. If not, that's fine, I'll surprise him with it one day. Anyway, this poem is called Bottleshop. The midday summer sun sears the parking lot. A smoke-spiced sky inspissates the air. December is upon us, the bugger sure is hot, but we'll trudge on through the heat without a care. For the times are soon arriving when work a while will stop, and folks will soon be flocking to the local bottle shop. Inside there is a queue, from the wine shelves to the beer, of folks with tins and bottles too, of liquid Christmas cheer. Old Sally snagged Moscato, old Bill a bottle of rum. Later she'll be Troppo and he'll be on his bum. Now Neddy and his missus, they found a fine rosé. They'll finish it like fishers while lounging by the bay. Young Robbie's grip's persistent, or else he'll drop the shots. His mates will try stay distant, lest checkout card the lot. They seek a drink, short and tall, to cool them just a smidge. But Glenn's the coolest of them all. He stocks the walk-in fridge. Song I wrote. It's about having manners, I suppose. A lot of in its stripped down essence, yes, it is about having manners. Anyway, that's not in tune. That's what I get for leaving my guitar in the ditch. Check if we're in tune. Let's just check if we're in tune. Are we in tune? Whoa. Probably in tune as I will get. Anyway, this song is called Don't Wash Your Balls in My Sink. Welcome to my home. Don't bother with the issues, my friend. The floor's already dirty, but I'll clean it when you're gone. Step right in and take a seat. I'm very glad you're here. Can I offer you a cup of tea, a biscuit or a beer? And if you need to stay the night, that's fine. Well, I don't have a spare bed, but you can take mine. I'm mighty chuffed to have you here, it sure has been a while. I've missed your voice, I've missed your face, and I've missed your cheeky smile. Me casa, su casa, how's about another drink? As long as you don't go and wash your balls in my sink. Yes, you heard me clearly, I've got no other ruling. I only ask you spare my taps from witnessing your ghoulies. I've got a towel and several showers, and you're welcome to use them. For if I see your nads inside the basin, you will lose them. Well, surely it is not much to expect. Well, I've been a mighty gracious host, now be a decent guest. Welcome in my house, no matter where you wander. As you know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. But in less than a second, I can change my attitude. If I find my drains coagulated with your pubes, I'm begging you, I'm at my wit's end. Why would you keep on scrubbing? I thought you were my friend. We've had a laugh and acted daft, joking around and feeling our feet upon the table, blowing smoke rings at the ceiling. I've never had such fun before, I'll have you back, I think. As long as you don't go and wash your balls in my sink. Don't wash your balls, don't wash your balls. Don't wash your balls in my sink. Don't wash your balls, no, not at all. Don't wash your balls in my sink. Don't wash your balls in my sink. Don't wash your balls in my sink. Woo! Careful not to put the guitar on the mushroom. Woo. It's a sweaty environment here today. How are you folks holding up?
Woo!
Do y'all need sunscreen? Do you have sunscreen?
Already put some in.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Good job. Got to stay sun safe out here in this day and age and climate. We might get coronavirus. Doesn't make sense. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ryan, you're familiar with this one.
Yeah, boy.
I yelled at you the last time I did this poem here. Great. So, this poem here, this poem's called Crime Man. It's less of a poem, more of a rant, good bit of fun. But anyway, we'll ask for a volunteer from the audience. Seeing as Ryan's here, I might call you on this. Matt, do you want to be the volunteer from the audience?
What do I have to do?
You just have to be threatened. You've got to be threatened by me.
Okay.
Alright, hell yeah. I frequent stool bars and shack houses, junkyards and piss houses, and I'll stiff any slick-back punk off the beat. The crimes I've done are plenty, all for to make my meat. I've had my day in court to say I'm kingpin of this street. I've burgled bungalows, outbid baronets, boxed my way out of every bet. Karate kicked a kid off a bridge, laced the parish punch with piss, a smidge. I run round the rooftops, firing a gun, pushing down fridges to crush passing nuns. I've stolen so much cash, I'll buy the governor's house in town, which will sure confuse him when he learns I burnt it down. I'll wake up good and early just to smack who first I see, which depending on the park bench could rouse up quite the spree. The Queen, she came to visit me. I've slashed her carriage wheels, stole couches from the elderly and all their grandkids' meals. I've swindled my way into every high-rise, pinched the fittings and left in disguise. So, if you frequent a stool bar near me, I might be seen with an ace up my sleeve. But dare you call it, we'll step to the streets, 'cause I'm doing crime and you're dead meat.
Bloody well terrified I am.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet you in a dark alley.
No, I'd hope
I'd
not.
rather meet you in a ditch.
Yeah. This next one, it's one of my serious ones. It's against politicians, who everyone can universally agree that we don't much care for. Seems to be that way. This one is called Sell the Sun. And I actually recorded this one with a friend of mine, along with a few of the other ones I'm performing today, to put into, I'm going to put them into a little magazine. And then I'm going to put a little QR code on the front. You can scan that, takes you to a Bandcamp. It's something I'm working on, and you'll all get a free copy. Even you guys. This isn't ditch exclusive. Hark, you noble wretches, let the sun set on your lands, for all your silly squabbling in this chamber shall not stand. Your objections duly noted, and your fallacies increase. You honk and howl and holler like a flock of wild geese. 'Twas once your office held esteem and purposes to boot, but now you have been purchased and you function underfoot. For the barons and the magnates which you hurry to appease, you stoop to fill your coffers and forsake the least of these. To sell out for a paycheck, sir, yes, that's your sordid game. Once you've exhausted what they want, they'll sell you out the same. Then will you stand to face your kin, the neighbours you've betrayed, crawl back to your community you've conned, deceived and preyed? You who dulled their future, who helped to sell the sun, you're far too late to see it. The night's already come. Let's bring it back to not serious town, hey? Anyway, it's one of the first ones I wrote. It's nonsense, it's absolute nonsense, but I love it. It's called 17 Bears. See if you can find the secret. I read it to my friend's mum once, and she was like, oh, she pointed it out to me. Yeah, see if you can find it. I awoke from my bed to a terrible sight. 17 bears had come in the night. They knocked down my door and ate up my toaster, tore down the stairs and frisbeed the coasters out of the window, along with the sofa, into a U-Haul towed by a roadster. They flummoxed my fridge for frozen fish. They utilised urine under my utensils. They caught me carrying a case of my coin, and then they killed me, knifing my kneecaps. So hear this, good people, for I have been told, don't hold honey in your homely abode, don't put a salmon in your shoe, and don't smear your face with blueberry juice. For if you're dumb enough to try, a bear will bite your bottom at night. It is almost a children's poem, but the alliteration section that spells the F word. Yeah, I thought that was very clever. Alright, what's this? Do I have oh, yay! I've got a song, and then it's all poems from there, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe a secret song at the end, which, depending if my friend Kenyon's watching the stream, I can't show it to him because it's for him. Oh, where's my fucking guitar pick? That's alright. Because I don't actually need it for this one. Anyway, this one's also about manners, but in a different sense. Do not send a picture of your penis to a girl you like, or else she might not like you anymore. For such a brazen act on your part, frankly, it's quite rude, and she might think that you think she is. Well, there's ways to show you're keen that aren't downright obscene, so I don't know why you'd send a dick pic for. When you could paint a painting, sing a nice song, or perform a line of prose. Pocket, ask her out to supper or a luncheon, then present her with a rose. Approach her with composure, not indecent exposure, or buddy boy, you're gonna get the hose. Well, let's just say you take a punt and drop your dax and photograph your prick. Wishful thinking says she's into it, statistics say it's likely she'll be sick. It's an awful thing to see when you open up your screen and she'll send your package packing mighty quick. But if you think with common sense, you'll find the key word is consent, so learn to ask before you show your bits. And if there's one good way to convey your admiration, whipping out your willy wagtail isn't it? And unless the lass is keen, it's best to go unseen, so check yourself before your cock commits. Don't go sending pictures of your dick. Use your brain and don't be a fuckwit. Don't go sending pictures of your dick. Woohoo! Pro tip, good advice for everyone. How's the live stream doing? Are we still alive? Hello? Are they saying it? Are they booing me? Are they saying anything nice? Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll probably later. Mwah. Thanks for coming, thanks for coming. I hope they can actually hear something. Good. Mushrooms, boys. It would break my heart if I did this whole thing and it turns out all you could hear was cars. But that's right. No, you checked it for me. That's right. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. And this would be sort of like, I don't know if sound would. How does sound travel in a ditch?
I'm going to say not awfully well from the outside, but hopefully for the sake of a live stream, well inside the ditch.
Here's my guitar pick.
Wow.
Hey, oh, to the audience. Fight for it. No, I don't. Take that. It's one of my only ones that are good. It's my best one. All the other ones are too solid. All right. That's quite ironic. You've caught my guitar pick. So this next poem I wrote about my beautiful partner Emma, who's right over there. Hello. Anyway, this is a love poem. they're good and gay, so yeah. Lovers hold each other close. Ryan, give yourself a big old kiss. Good days. Dawn begins its stirring as we slowly drift behind. Daylight contemplates to show its face. Vivid sights of dreaming slowly fading from my mind as in my arms you take your rightful place. A nudge and then a nestle, burrowed deep into my chest, a gentle brush of hair across my cheek. Reunited with each other in conclusion of our rest, we caress in morning silence without speech. Your love and longing resonates, though wordlessly declared, so loud amongst the stillness of this room. A peaceful choir of tension emanating from our bed anticipates, awaits awakening's bloom. If we were to pass, I'd beg this moment be our cage, for here a life eternal I could spend within this place. A sort of perfect limbo, manifest in time and space, we drift along in stillness as our pulses set the pace. These precious fleeting moments made for just the two of us, suspended in a universe beholden to our touch. Time does not exist here in our hearts until it does. Good morning, you, my sunrise. I love you very much. So if that poem was a 10, this is a 1. This is one of the ones I advertised. This poem is called Banished, and it's the dumbest poem I've ever written in my entire life. Balls and sacks and penis too, sweaty dongers, floppy nuts, tits and toes and smelly butts, sandals filled to the brim with cum, gobbling chodes like chewing gum, doing farts in public spaces, push your pits in people's faces, throw your nipples down the stairs and floss your teeth with pubic hairs, fling your piss at a passing stranger, shit in the forest to vex the ranger, eat the bark right off the trees, jump the bears and bite their fleas, dig a hole and hop in the ground. That's where you live now. You're banished from town. Hell yeah. This is about, this next poem is called My Local Sunset. It's about sitting at Point O'Halloran and watching the sun go down. Let me spin a story sent straight from the south side. I sit here a guest of the silent seaside. Up the shore she strides the tides to bask in the sunset, kissing my eyes. A gang of sand beneath my toes, from near and far, and goodness knows, bustling as the beach breeze blows and frolics round in tampered flows. The wind runs sea salt through my hair, the chill caress of evening air whisks warmth away, but I don't care. For such a piece, the price is fair. It's a good placement. So if that one was about sitting on the beach, this one's about going out to sea. So I must have put that like that on purpose. This poem's called Out to Sea. How about a journey? I'll take you out to sea. My boat, she floats quite sturdy, and there's lots for us to see. We'll set off in the morning, we'll be homebound by the noon. A short push off the mooring, we'll be sailing very soon. Will you come be captivated by the striking ocean air, by the striking ocean air? Once guiding sailors fated, now dances through your hair. Have you ever seen a whale singing softly as she swims? Or fishy schools, full scale, slow showing off their glimmering fins? Will you revel in the dolphin, dancing starboard leaps of joy? They don't have friends by often, and our visit they'll enjoy. You'll see a view that's bound to stun, the endless ocean blue. We'll feast upon the setting sun, and spare a crumb for you. Then, with endless stars above, afloat a void of black, the gentle wind flies like a dove, and softly guides us back.
I'm heading off, my friend. I need to go pee. Thank you for this lovely
Wow.
gift.
It's alright, I've only got 2 more left.
You want to hold it out? Hold it faster. Yeah, I like it. Take care, my friend.
Goodbye,
Fare
Max.
thee
Bye,
well,
Kate.
live stream.
Bye-bye. We're in very good company today. And luckily, the wind is not disturbing anyone. Cool. Anyway, here's my final poem, and then I'll play a song, which will just be a sequence. Anyway, this poem is called Bats. The depth of dusk's exiting hue ushers the night, bidding blackness to view. Fleeing to rest on a final flight, the bird song bids the bats goodnight. They've hung about in wait all day, and now it's come, their time to play. Swooping by in bands of a dozen, or snooping down below, or flying flips with their fuzzy cousins, flippantly flapping a leathery show. Shouting about to find their mates, to beckon them come to a fine dinner date. Moths on the menu, how about you? Fillet of frog or mosquito stew? Then, when the sun runs up the rise, the birds return for the bats' goodbyes. Bid them a blessing from up in the skies, that the trees beneath be a homely disguise. Oh, I think that's it. Hold on, I'm just gonna go and... Who's here watching? Hey? Who's watching? I've got to see. Got to find out who's seeing. Oh, no. Fantastic. Hello. So I'm gonna turn this off now. And yeah, thank you very much for coming to my gig in the ditch. This is the ditch. This is the whole ditch. Oh, it's Ryan. That's Emma. Again. The other two, they've since buggered off. But thank you very much for coming. And I hope to see you at the next ditch, or the next forest, or swamp, or venue, or we could go inside that tunnel there, see if we can fit. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Mwah. Thank you.